proudly presented by ABC Television.
And co-presented by Sambanthan Healthcare. Hi everyone, I'm Shubashini and I'm your host today. And hi Goku, how are you?
I'm fine, Shuba. By the way, I'm Gokulan and also a host for today's show.
Are you aware of today's topic?
Yes, Shuba. Today's topic is all about PKP is failing and suicidal cases are increasing.
So, yes Gokulan, basically our country failed by their movement control orders and being a part of the rapid increases of suicide cases in our country. I've found news regarding this issue. Here are they.
And yeah, I also did some research about regarding this issue also. And it makes us cry.
It's really sad day by day. The cases are increasing now.
So yes, regarding this issue, we invited some of the victims who overcame this suicide issue and to share their stories and explain how they are keeping it up in their life. So there will be a total number of 4 victims who will share their experience and their surrounding situation at the current time.
And today, let's welcome our two guests, Ms. Divya and Ms. Rishika, to our show.
Hi, Mr. Gokulan and Ms. Shuba.
Hi girls.
So Ms. Divya, tell us about yourself.
Thank you for the opportunity given. I am Divya. I'm 19 years old. I'm a full-time university student. Due to MCO, I'm staying at home and attending my online classes.
Nice to know you, Ms. Divya. What was the issue you were facing and making you to attempt suicide?
A month ago, I had a very bad headache and fever. My health condition getting bad day by day till I got my swab test. Unfortunately, I've tested positive for COVID-19. Then, I have been quarantined in my room for almost 1 week. Besides, I was mentally and physically so weak, which led me to commit a suicide attempt.
Oh my god, how did you overcome this issue, Ms. Divya?
Thank God, after that incident, I've received a call from the hotliners and they informed me about my appointment at COVID Assessment Center. The doctors took the initiative to check me up and sent me to the quarantine center. I have been placed there till I complete my 14 days of quarantine. Somehow, I did it. My health condition getting better day by day. And finally, I successfully fought against COVID-19.
Wow, you're really a brave girl, Ms. Divya. Following on, let's welcome our next guest, Rishika. Hi, Ms. Rishika. How are you? And tell us about yourself.
Hi, Shuba. My name is Rishika. I'm 20 years old and currently I live at Kuala Lumpur.
Nice to know about you, Ms. Rishika. So, what was the issue you were facing and making you to attempt suicide?
The issue that I face and makes me to attempt the suicide. As a frontliner, the pressure is put too much on us. We have to face many sorts of fears such as fears of getting the COVID-19 and also fear not to be able to help the others, which is what led me to attempt suicide.
We are really very sorry, Ms. Rishika. Not everyone knows that even frontliners are suffering a lot, and our mistakes makes you suffer a lot. How did you overcome this?
And how I overcome this issue is, and it was very hard for me as I went into depression, but I start consulting a psychiatrist and things got better, and I have overcome my fears and passed my battles, and I'm much happier now.
It has been a big honor to interview both of you, and thank you so much for attending this talk show. And let's take a commercial break and continue with our two guests on this issue.
Commercial break!
And welcome back to the show. Let's cut to the chase and let us welcome our next 2 guests, also known as 2 victims of this issue, to the show. Mr. Subain and Mr. Shawn. Welcome to this show.
Hi, Mr. Subain and Mr. Shawn.
Hi, Mr. Goku and Ms. Shuba.
Tell us about yourself, Mr. Subain and Mr. Shawn.
Okay, sure, Mr. Goku. I'm a college student from MSU.
Hi, Mr. Goku and Ms. Shuba. My name is Shawn. I'm 35 years old and I own a clothing line business.
Nice to meet you guys. So, Mr. Subain, what was the issue you was facing and makes you attempt to suicide? Tell us, Mr. Subain.
Okay, Mr. Goku, let me explain about it. First of all, when the pandemic happened, it was so difficult to study online because we need to prepare for internet access properly. Not only that, when it become online studies, it make it so difficult to understand. My result become worse and worse. It make me so depressed so that I make a bigger decision, suicide.
I see. Nowadays the students are suffering a lot more than usual. How did you manage to overcome this issue, Mr. Subin?
After the attack of my parents gave a lot of advices. I will try to convert my mind through playing some games such as Carom, Sudoku and many more. My college colleagues help me to study and make me understand well about the studies. More than that, my lecturers guide me in a different way so that I can understand well. This is the way that I overcome my depression and the problems.
Wow. Mr. Subin, this is really a good trick. Thank you so much, Mr. Subin. Next, Mr. Shawn, what was the issue you was facing and makes you attempt to suicide? Share with us, Mr. Shawn.
I faced a huge drop on my sales. Since the day our government announced the control movement order, all businesses were forced to close down, including mine. At first, I was happy about it because my staffs and I worked 10 hours each day in the store. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for me and my staffs to get some rest. Unfortunately, the time spent got extended multiple times and my store was constantly shut down. My products were fading out and my store was filled with dust. The heartache was to see the shutters closed all the time, and it ended up me being a debtor to many people. The only solution that came up to my mind was to shut down the business as well as my life.
Being businessman, it is not easy to handle a lot of things. How did you manage to overcome this issue, Mr. Shawn?
It wasn't easy for me to overcome this situation. But first, I did take a stand for myself. I wanted to clear my mind out with all the negative thoughts that I had. So I started exercising daily, I started playing games, hearing music, watching movies, and once I built up my confidence in myself, I started dropping down ideas how to run the business again. So I came up with an online store where I upload my products online, and I got to see that the sales was as well as I expected, and it's better than my physical store.
Thank you for letting us know the way to handle this type of situation. Thanks a lot for sparing your time with us, guys and girls.
The problems they were facing was so cruel and still they managed to overcome it. I'm really proud of it.
Me too, Miss Shubha. I am totally agree with you.
Gokul, there has been recorded more suicidal cases in this country. And what is your opinion about this?
Yes, Miss Shubha. In my opinion, the number of suicide cases according to the statistics has exceeded a massive portion due to the ongoing financial distress and family issues arising from the long social isolation brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Besides that, is the lack of mental awareness and attention given us to those in need. We assume that a person is generally fine with the way they present themselves, but we often forget to look further into their feelings that causes them to lose control of themselves. Although there are multiple helpline services provided these days, nothing has changed, as certain individuals have a high risk of experiencing mental health problems including depression when faced with overwhelming stress and isolation from their family and friends support network. This is my opinion, Shubha. How about you, Shubha?
Absolutely correct, Gokul. In addition, I also want to add that people feel so depressed and get stressed easily due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Because when people get isolated, they don't have anyone to talk with or to share their feelings. It's not easy, when people can't express their feelings to someone. Depression can render people disabled in their work life, family life, and also in social life. Most individuals suffering from depression do not complain of feeling depressed, but rather unexplained symptoms. Stress is a major concern for most individuals. Learning to manage stress effectively is essential for health, balance, and happiness. And I think it's time to end our show, Gokul.
Your audience, thank you for watching this show, and I hope this bring an eye-opening show for you guys. Thank you so much and keep supporting us.